Hello everyone, welcome back to Pathologic 2. So we are on day 2, it's just early morning. What we have to do today, we have to go buy a revolver, we have the money, we obtained it in an entirely legal manner, and how dare you imply otherwise. We also need to go and attend our father's funeral, which is probably at a bit of a priority. We should go there, like, fast. So let's go out, we'll cross the bridge and head down, pick that up, and then go to the funeral. Let's check here first of all. We left some things behind. We can probably leave a few more things behind. Just to free up some more inventory space. We have a lot of these safety pins. We don't need that many. And I don't need another stray razor, probably. I do want chisels. Definitely gonna keep those around. This rusty scalpel is almost dead. We're gonna need to replace that soon. The ring will sell somewhere. That's fine. Yeah, let's go. It is already 8 o'clock. And we are thirsty. So, left and then around. Ooh, another grindstone. Hello? What are you doing here? Where go you, friend? What plan is next to follow? Where should I go? What should I start with? What say the townsfolk? The townsfolk? They're so alike, aren't they? A backdrop, faceless. They surely know nothing important, right? A hive, a swarm, a flock. No use for names. Whatever one knows, they all know in turn. Why should I care? The crowd is but a many-headed beast. Like it or not, you are but one such head. They know you better than you know yourself. Have you heard them, Barak? Communication. See how it means finding a common ground? They were eager to communicate with me yesterday. My ears are still ringing. They all know something of your tale, Barak, and from each one a different strand of it. Some know where you're to go. Others will say why you must go, and some will warn of danger, terrible danger, that you may avoid it. But you said they're a swarm, all alike. Untrue. Grown-ups will know what children don't, and children know what stepkin do not. Such is the mechanism of life, that turns in its own petty pace from day to day. You choose only whose lips reach your raised ears. That is because you are alone. I forget what that said. Never mind. Confused, alone, losing the plot, Barak. Does not the map of your own mind suffice? Then talk. Communicate. Hear me now. Teensies and tots, the town's own young, indeed already know who waits for you today. If you still doubt, then speak to one, any child. But what should I do? Where should I go next? Talk to the crowd, Barak. To face this folk, also alike in their great numbers. Hear them. They talk about so many things. Okay. But we do that all the time. We're always talking to people and trading for things. Bad stamina management. Ooh. I just assumed it was going to be empty. The bodies are gone. Darn it, I should have came and drew some blood last night. Oh well. So boring. How much longer do we have to wander the streets? It's boring everywhere. Capella said we can't go to the Nutshell until the evening, so we wait. The Nutshell? Why is it called that? Because it's empty, and it's close to the station. You mean the passenger station? You shouldn't know about this. Just forget it. And I could trade things. I wouldn't mind our fingernail, but I don't really have stuff I want to give up. Sorry. That's an herb wife up there? Yeah. She's got a lot of stuff, but we've got nothing I could sell her. I want all of those things, but unfortunate. Can I talk to you? Yes. See you tonight at Saba's place? It's dangerous yet. This is Minanpa du Dzams, a place you must not bring outsiders. Everyone's looking for a Shabnak Adig. It's good they forgot Saba. I'm an outsider. Why are you telling me this? You're kin, Katangar. Saba talked about you a lot these days. We waited for you, Yargachin. Got it. Okay. Hey, a candle stub. Nice. Kayura. I sent my little rats to get groceries this morning, and they still haven't come back. I wonder if they think food will miraculously buy itself. Are you out of food? Have you been living under a rock, darling? Prices are soaring. Salt costs twice as much today as it did yesterday. And where's the grain? I haven't seen wheat in a week. Really, what could happen next? There's still no train. People are worried. What if it never comes? Well, I'll starve. We'll survive on meat. Orginski's isn't entirely heartless. He won't let it come to starvation. Right. If not for the Kanes and the Sabarovs, he'd hang himself before he shared anything with the people. You're as naive as a child. I wonder if I should go to the station and get them. Go where? It's a place they hang out, waiting on trains. Better than the damn tower. Why don't you go there and fetch them? I don't want to meddle. No, it's all right. At least they're in town, staying close. My neighbor hasn't seen her children in I don't know how long. The damn tower took them all. Thanks for reminding me about prices. Prices continually go up. Every day. Can you repair? Yes, you can. Let's get our knife up. I'd rather have a better scalpel before repairing it, so I'm going to ignore that one. My wife was killed yesterday. How can I look our children in the eyes now? I've lost the right to be called their father. I'm sorry. I could have been assertive, think faster when it went down. I could have acted quickly, efficiently, instead of staying in my head. If only... What's done is done. Live on, pal, for the children. And by the way, do you have anything to trade? Bunch of grindstones. I'll sell a straight razor for some metal scrap. Sure. I want the candle stub. We have a lot of grindstones. Sure. Ooh, I wouldn't mind that thimble. So she's got 9 total. I could sell that for 6. Sure. I probably should just sell the ring, but oh well. It's fine. Where am I? Halfway there. Okay. This is a pharmacy. That's a wall, so I have to go around. Bunch of kids there. But let's get to the funeral. Ah, herbs are growing. Okay. The sound lets you find them. I should have kept some blood. We could use it to get some more herbs. But we'll find plenty of herbs. I'm not worried about herbs. Ooh, bloody bandage. Not that useful, really. But that's okay. Alright, man. I've got the money. Give me the revolver. 3,000. We're in poverty again. But that's okay. It's for a good cause. I didn't bring any bullets, so it's empty for now. Okay, out to the funeral. What's the kids nest in this house where strange things happen. Right, that was what the girl back here told us. What is that? Is it supposed to be meat? Like bits of meat? You think you wouldn't transport meat in bags like that? It's right ahead. I'm trying to keep an ear out for when you hear flies or curious sounds. There's a slight directional hint to it. Okay, we can hold that. We just need to push things around. All the different twire types. Hello. It's changing.
Light feet and heavy heart, huh? It should be the other way around.
You know why the Earth won't take him? Who? Your father. Earth expels him like a foreign body. See that girl Grace, the caretaker? She's getting desperate. I think she'd take his place in the grave if she could. This girl's the caretaker? Uh-huh. I see. So you were talking about my father. Some people are weavers. They make connections. Others are cutters. They rip things apart. Your father, he was a cutter. You barracks are permitted to, aren't you? You're important among the locals. Privileged. As a faithful surgeon, he would cut apart a living, breathing town, or even tear it to shreds with his hands alone. A violent man. How do you even know? You've only been here a few days. But I do, because I know people, and I know how to listen to them. I know how to connect. But your father was a cutter. He demolished the whole mycelium. Mycelium? What does that have to do with anything? A human mycelium. The mycelium of the town. He believed it was all intergrown wrong. That's just like you, surgeons. If a fracture fuses wrong, you just break it again, and sever the tissue too. Who does that? I'd do it all differently. So you're no surgeon, then? I'm not. I don't work with bones and meat. My expertise has to do with more delicate things. Souls. Feelings. You wouldn't understand. I don't believe in the supernatural.
It wasn't me. Don't look at me like that.
A sad pup there was laying, and a kitten dismaying. Just a couple of pitiless creatures. I don't remember the rest, do you? Yeah, you're singing it wrong. It's a couple of pitiful creatures, not pitiless. I'm singing it right. Why are you sad? It's so cruel that people can't rest in peace, even after death. Whose sins are we punished for? Why does the soil push out old Barak? I've heard it's because he was a surgeon that he cut things apart instead of joining them. I don't know. It's just he carried too heavy a burden. He failed to do something important because his life was cut short. Your people say that if the ground doesn't take him, they'll burn him, as the old rite demands. But it's horrible. Cremation isn't a crime. If things are the way you say, at least it's better than that outrage. It is a crime. The dead mustn't be burned. Earth doesn't destroy, it preserves. It dissolves them and saves them for future harvests. Earth is alive here. If you burn people, how will they speak? How will they bloom? How will they return? Do you have any idea what you're talking about? If one mustn't burn the dead, but digging is also frowned upon, then what options do we have? I hear an herb. Where? There. No? There it is. That's kind of creepy. I read about this. Apparently, they have. At one point, it was a fad to build coffins and gravestones and all that, burying people with a little bell atop them, so that if you end up buried alive, you could pull the string and ring the bell, and people would come and dig you back out again. This was, I don't know, but apparently there were some horrible moments which prompted that to be a thing. That's a real life thing, though. There's my dad. Chest has been punctured. Massive wound. Couldn't have been a knife. Some massive cone-shaped object. A horn or claw. I'll pull away the fabric covering the body. Skin dry to the touch. Suspicious. Unusual degree of xerosis. I don't know what that is. Wrinkling? He wasn't that old. Soil under his fingernails. Unlike him. Always kept his hands clean. 3 oddities. The murder weapon, the dry skin, and condition of the hands. M. Shen, brave man. Strong is his spirit. How fares your kind, M. Shen? Bite Karan, for he has come to pay last respects to his father. We have too. By Allah, thank you. Why is my father still unburied? Bite Karan, Ubshe is at the threshold. The loss is great. A need to speak to say the words correct. Observe the rite. I've come to pay last respects to my father. Why do I see this sight? Kodo Kara, Barak Eseger, carried a great burden, owed a great debt. Who is to take his duty upon himself? Okay. It's not that easy. What does he owe? He told us not, Emshen. He took it to the grave. You asked the wrong people. Too late, Emshen, now. The earth waits. Say now, do you accept his duty as your own? Okay. Before the eyes of the kin and the earth, this is what I have to say. I, his son, accept his duty as my own. The sky is my witness. A bow for you, Emshen. The first blood yours. Bekara, Emshen is a man. A brave man. Here stands Sabah, Sabah Uspte. You have accepted his duty. Now come into the inheritance. Sabah will show you the way. I have no idea what that said. Anyway. By Allah, I have done what needed to be done. There was no choice.
Perhaps turning inside out will help.
You're a brave man, Emshen. A true son to your father. I rejoice as I watch you. The Katange, the kin, shed tears of pride and delight as they watch you. That's really loud. Thank you, Kite. Kite means sister elder. Is that what you mean to call me? By Allah, thank you. You still remember something of your people's ways? I do. We shall bear your burden together, Emshen. Your father helped me. I helped him. I shall help you too. In you, I see him. I'll bear my burdens alone. I leave you to your grief now. Come to my home if you need me. I will wait for you day and night. For as long as I remain, Tangar, I will stand behind your shoulder. Okay. This is really loud.
By Allah, Yargachin. By Allah.
Something's wrong with her mouth. I am sorry about Isidore, but we have not the time to grieve. Here's what matters. You are now to take your father's legacy. Take it, mind, not come into it. Pardon me, what? Here, I'm giving you his udhar, his warm vessel. He gave it to me on the eve of his last holiday. Must have presaged the evil that would befall him. You're right, he must have. That's why he summoned me to town. I'm giving you his udkar. It's yours now. as are the things inside. Now, the money. It's a light purse, isn't it? Your father didn't care too much for money. Okay, you said I would take my legacy, but not come into it. What do you mean by that? To take someone's obligations, word is not enough. To come into a legacy, taking the things is not enough. Your father's bequeathal is more than merely material. Yes, I gathered as much, but what do I need to do? There is now emptiness where he once was. Who is to fill it? Who will heal the sick, tell truth from lies? Who will kara? Who will plumb the depths? Only a Menku can cut a body. Only a Menku can pierce the unknown. Who will draw the lines? I don't care about any of that. I only want to find my father's killers. You are wrong. Look at the items I'm giving you. Open the Udkar and touch those items. More inventory space. That's the best gift ever. A list. Sticky, Capella, Murky, Notkin, Khan, Grace, Taya, Taichik, and an unfamiliar step sigil.
Make connections. Mend everything your father has torn, even if he was right to tear it.
I think she's doubling. Her mouth movements are like doubling or something. I don't know. Do any of these items seem familiar? What are they? Swevery, various kinds of twire, herbs. Why would he leave me herbs? He used to make herbal medicine, tinctures to cure any malady. He was a Menku, a knower of connections. He saw which things sing in unison when joined. That's what the lines are. Even if you say you need not this knowledge, Emshin. And what about this list of names? Closer, let my tired eyes see it. The names of local children. Khan is what they call the cane boy. Capella is the daughter of the master. May he choke on his name. But I know not why Isidore lists them. I know some of these children already. Notkin leads a gang that keeps invisible pets, mature for his age. He did pay much attention to these children, spent most of his final days with them. They followed him, like calves that trailed after a cow, or oxen pulled by a yoke. What about this sigil here? This is a brand for marking bulls, but brands of the kin often have specific meanings. Bekara, this one is Udurg. Tough to parse, it means something like a big body or a special body, a body that contains a lot. But I'm not sure. It may be just a sigil. Who could interpret this for me? I am your father not, Kolbun. I can instruct you not. You are to learn on your own. Speak to people. Most of all, speak to those who knew your father well. That is how you may come into your legacy. What do you mean? In this place, you must come into your legacy through action, not mere words. By showing you understand the contents of the vessel, follow your father's trails. Learn who he was. Find yourself a fate. A fate like a good wife, Emshin, your wife. What? That sounds good. Sure.
By Allah, Yargachin. By Allah.
Follow his trails, Emshin. Then you will know what kind of man he was, and what kind of man you are to become. What kind of man was he? Your father was a Menku. He was respected for it. He was respected as a doctor. More than that, he was also a just and dutiful man. He knew the lines. What lines? Lines represent the paths between things, the links that connect them, the laws that govern our lives. Between evil sky and kind earth is a line. The veins of our lifeblood are lines. A line carries the inevitable retribution for evil deeds. Family ties, the way children reflect their parents, those are lines too. Father used to say lines referred to anatomy. That as well. He knew how a body is composed because he knew the lines. He knew how a kidney links to an herb, so we could brew a curative tea from it. He knew how one herb linked to another, He knew how to draw a knife to cut a body, but bring no harm. He did know all that. Now hear me well, Emshen, for my next words are crucial. This first couple of days will be hardest for you. You'll find yourself surrounded by lines innumerable. Some you must tear apart. Others follow. Others still cut yourself. Only thus will you reach the end. I have taken your words to heart, Kete. Douse your eyes. That one needs some help. What are you planning to do? Where will you start? I'm gonna look closer at the kids. Why'd you gather them? Who is this eighth? Suspicious. Hence me saying that you will only come into your legacy if you follow his trail. Do what he used to do. All you Baraks are alike, men of action. I have told you all I know, Emshen. Be on your way now. Farewell, Saba, and thank you, Baerla. May your kind fatten. Okay. So that was Grace. Notkin's there. That's it. That's all I know. We're closer to Grace. Let's run back to her real quick. Hello, dear. Everyone's gone now.
Through to the bone.
What have you got in your pockets? Tools. Forget it. Here's what I want to know. What business did you have with my father, old Barak? Well, we actually went to his place often. He used to teach us things. Why do you ask? So you used to go to his place together, all of you? Everyone on this list here? Sometimes we'd all go together, sometimes in twos or threes, sometimes alone. A lot of things happen. Why are you asking? It's not like we bothered him. He invited us. So you were his friends. Did he have enemies? No, I don't think he would. Kid, you're clearly hiding something, but it's very important for me to know. Do you understand? You know what? Ask Capella. She's the oldest of us all, and the best explainer. She's a good person, too. Capella, who's that? Fat Vlad's daughter, but she's not like him at all. She even lives in a separate wing of the house. Good. She is like a big sister to us all. She put together a union. A union? What union? Don't worry about it. Just a union. Of people under 15. Anyway, ask her. She might be mad at me if I say too much. Good. Tight lips are a good skill to have. Okay, and she's back at Booze's place. Let's go to talk to Notkin anyway. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like, I don't know. If nothing else, we can trade for some nice stuff. Hello. You've got thread, but I have nothing to trade. Some Svevery. You know, that's a thought. Why don't we spend some time just looking through here for herbs? Just a few. Just a few. Oh. Where? Whoa! Hello! Here, have this item. It's for you. What is this? A sign of trust. As we share things with each other, so do we share our feelings, warmth, kindness. We see now that you're a good person. The town trusts you. Do you want to become its part? I know this game. We barter and share. Do you like the item I've given you? Will you find any use for it? I don't really know what you need. I chose randomly. We don't know you very well yet. What do you want in exchange? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that there was an exchange. You give me something of yours and receive something of mine. All items are charged with bits of your warmth and life. Give me whatever you want. To others, give what they want. They won't ask a lot. So if you share generously and give more than is asked, the town will remember. It's just a token after all, a tradition. Others? Yes, go and barter with different people. Not anyone in particular, just different. Women and men, teenagers and little kids. You'll see what happens. And what happens? You'll get to know us better. We'll get to know you better. Our town is like a family. You have returned. Now please help us remember, accept, and maybe even love you. I'm saying on behalf of everyone. By Allah, Basagan, please relay my gratitude to them. And she gave me a thimble. Sure. Unfortunately, I don't have anything you want. We'll just get a few things here. I don't want to, like, spend a lot of time stripping it bare. Because we don't have a use for these herbs yet, beyond selling. I hear a Svevery. Where is it? There it is. We'll just go right there. That's where Notkin is. Was that an herb? No. Hey, a chisel. Nice. There was a box back here last time. With a button in it. What time is it? It is 11 already. Wow, that took a lot of time in the morning. Burying your father. 4 hours since morning. Okay. These fingernails are really cheap, only worth 2, but those are expensive. The immunity booster for 5, that's cheaper than usual also. I don't really need that though. Let's go with that. And Notkin has nothing to tell us, so. Okay. Where'd all my fishing hooks go? I had a bunch of them at one point. Oh well. Take a spring and take back the fishing hooks. Or I can trade those 1 for 1 for needles, sure. Yeah. Okay, there wasn't anything important here. Never mind. Did I see a glowing? No. Wasting my time. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. The scalpel, maybe. Nah. What about you, my friend? Do you have anything for us? What's his name? Grief? Bad grief or something?
If only we knew who did away with your father, we'd spare the beast nothing.
And here comes Artemy. Artemy of the Academy. What do you need? Any insight on what's going on around town? Oh sure, I've got insight. Got everything in sight. Death has his hands full. Our grand leader Simon drew his last breath. What else do you want to know about? The bosses and their schemes or the rumor mill? The bosses. Sure, tell me the balance of power. Still the same. Sabarov, the hawk, is in charge, but he's all squawk, huh? The Canes, as usual, rack their brains on how to move the town down river. Quacks all. The tower already floats. Mark my words, they'll hang the next district in the clouds. As for the master, well, he's the master. You mean Fat Vlad? Sure do. He's sitting pretty, the ugly bastard. Put me at the heart of the warehouses. No complaints here. Quaint little abode, and under my feet. A whole railroad. You don't bother Vlad, and he won't bother you neither. He's a scumbag. He's a money bag, first and foremost, friend. He runs this whole machine. Feeds the town. Allows us to earn our keep. Not just me, but everyone here. How many folks work at the cannery? At the station? The warehouses alone house 400. Really? And everyone gets paid solid coin. And that's how he justifies all this exploitation. You steppe people. All you know is herding cows and pushing plows. We have to look to tomorrow, cub. You think the Canes are interested in architecture for its own sake? Even so, who will pay for it? Gotta think with your stomach some of the time. The master is a shrewd man. Although he did ban entrance to the termitary. Of that, I wasn't a fan. What's going on with that? Folks there had problems with Fat Vlad, and it almost turned violent. Makes sense, too. 5,000 animals are bound to turn into beasts. Your kind is like a pack of dogs. One howls and the rest follows. But still. If I find out more, I'll be sure to tell you. Okay. And let's sell this scalpel, just to get out of our inventory. I'm not going to repair it up. Our knife is fully repaired. But, so it's no reason for that. So we're losing, apparently we get a bit more than a third by selling things. Let's see, 225, 80. That's a bit more than a third. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. I don't really need more needles. Well, why not? We'll just get a few more of those. Okay. Anything in here? Nah. Alright. So up to see Booze and then Capella. Am I saying his name right? Maybe it should be Bose. I went the wrong way, didn't I? I did. Bose. Maybe it's got a syllable in it, like Boos. Buos. I'm not crying. I'm not. I'm just upset. Upset because they're always picking on me. All the time. Who's picking on you, dear? Everyone. How are they picking on you? They say I'm ugly. I know I am, but why do they need to keep saying it all the time? Nonsense, you're very pretty. What's wrong with her? We didn't do anything, I swear. We saw her crying, asked what happened, but she just bawled even more. Hey, girls. Just don't tell her that she's not pretty, okay? But she is okay. Pretty even, if someone washed her hair up. Exactly. It's the same scene as we saw yesterday, except for the kids are acting it out. Hey, that's Changeling. No, this is Clara. There is a difference. Are you sad? Yes, I am sad. I just wanted you to know I sympathize. I've never had parents. I've never had anyone, so I know how terribly awful it must feel right now. What do you want from me? I'm sorry I said mean things to you. That's why you think I'm evil, isn't it? But it was the truth. It's fine. I don't hold a grudge. I just wanted you to know that the girl from the cemetery, Grace, is talking to your father right this moment. And I think it strains her a great deal. She is. They're speaking, and I think it's killing her. Could you tell her to stop, please? I think she might listen to you. I feel sorry for her. Do you understand? Right at this moment, you say. Right this moment. And he's responding. Why won't you believe I'm a good person, Barack? Open your eyes. I speak the truth. Remember, I am always speaking the truth. I'll take a look, but if it turns out you lied to me... We just came from there. We'll talk to Capella first. The town's groaning at me. Okay. There she is again. Hello. I guess they put her in many places so that you're sure to run into her. Like, I know they do that with the mimics. The mimes. Not mimics. You got anything to say, man? Nope, he is silent. We are hungry. I should eat something. What do we have in here? No food. I know we have a lot of food up with Laura. I'm trying to make some space. Do I have any of these? No, no. Put the button in. And some water. I would love to put the herbs in, but I don't have room. Let's go talk to Capella. Actually, let's trade with kids. You got some fish. I just said I was hungry, so sure. Great. With this item, I give you some of my luck, I guess. Some people have that in spades. Don't know if I believe it. I will give you some patience. And let's eat that fish. I'll trade a walnut. Well, it doesn't quite work out well. I'll trade you a raisin and a chalk. No, I'll trade you a raisin and a marble for your immunity booster. What you give me with this thing? I will give you a couple of nice dreams. I'll give you some rest. Hey, she's playing paper rock scissors with nobody. That's kind of creepy. Trade. I need to talk to Khan at the tower. Though the town is all abuzz now, makes me kind of reluctant to leave. What tower? You blind, big fella? Just look over there. The tower across the river. Our polyhedron. The only place where life is real. So Khan is at the tower. Okay. I'll take one of those. I'll take a needle. Oh, I'll take a thimble, definitely. With this, I give you some of my hope. We have no doctor now. Who will help us? Who will treat our injuries or deliver children? You're a surgeon. You can do all that. So have some of our hope. And hope often leads to love. I share with you my grief, because it's all I have for now. I'm sorry, Basagan. There's some kids. Hey, Uncle. Dig a hole for us, will you? What for? We need it. This is hard work. Will it be my reward? No. I don't think you really need a hole. Please, Uncle. We only need a shallow one. A couple of shovel swings, no more. Are you burying a cat? Yeah, I mean, no, not a cat. Then who? Just the 8th. The 8th what? Well, the previous 7 are already pushing the daisies, and nothing bad happened when we buried them, because the holes were shallow. I guess shallow ones are okay. Okay, I'll dig you a hole. Yeah, the kids in this town are a little messed up. But they're just imitating what the adults are doing. It's okay. Alright. Well, hope you enjoyed that, little kids. This is a nice house.
I'd leave this place, but I myself had laid the roads of this town such that I'll curve back to their origin.
Yulia Laricheva. Yulia Laricheva. And you are? Artemy Barak, a doctor. How can I help you? What can you do? Little in the way of medicine. I'm a mathematician specializing in spatial calculations, the finite element method. I doubt you'd be interested. But I am. The Canes had a rather unusual notion of how they wanted the town's routes planned. They believed the routes of choice influence people's mood, their soul state. I found the challenge intriguing, if a bit insane. So the town's streets are your doing. Not all of them, but yes, to some extent. Why do you make the town so awkward to navigate? The Canes implied that the town already has something akin to a nervous system. They suggested I view it as a huge living creature, so my job was acupunctural. Do you take the Canes' idea seriously? Well, they have built the polyhedron, haven't they? There it is. I was even allowed to ascend it, though I wasn't allowed inside. The cathedral, the crucible, the still water, all those buildings are machines that work with the same idea. What idea? When a person finds themselves in a relatively enclosed space, it influences their inner state in a certain way. It's no secret. The Canes are trying to create buildings that enhance spiritual growth. As in, well, we're moving to the field of philosophy now, not my area of expertise. But as far as I can tell, in their eyes, humans aren't paragon of animals, but rather larvae. They believe the human spirit is a spring to be stretched, their favorite image. Why stretch it? To make people desire new things, weird things, things beyond their limits. Such attempts do not bode well. Okay, let's look at these roads. What's going on there? I don't believe Stock truly takes me for a patricide. He can't be that stupid. I don't know, the roads don't look that weird to me. there's like... Well, it's... You think there isn't like a single road that goes through these districts. That's the issue. Every time you have a crossing between districts, you have to go to the side to get onto a road. Like, the way between districts is always facing a building. Except for the bridges. I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad to me. Okay, so we gotta go talk to that guy at some point. We're actually kind of well set up. After we talk to Capella, we'll just go straight that way. Which is annoying. It's the same path we just took, but whatever. We'll get them later. It's annoying because we won't be able to get more trash on the way. Hello?
Isidore and Simon have always shared a vision for our town. It's odd they both died on the same day. Very odd.
I have to admit, this graphics engine is pretty good. I mean, it's not, you know, I've seen more realistic looking people, but it's good. Yeah. You are Artemy Barak. Greetings. Greetings to you. Are you Ogimski's daughter? Yes, my name is Victoria, but my friends call me Capella. Are we friends? Yes. Really? How'd you figure it out so fast? I can see. I haven't yet mastered the art, but I do see things, sometimes. It's a gift I inherited from my dear mother. You haven't... No. Are we talking about clairvoyance? I mean, it's hard to explain. Sometimes I know what a person will say before they say it, or I imagine a situation, and the next day it unfolds exactly how it was in my head. Sometimes I even know past events I wasn't present for, like which drawer Father put papers into years ago. A powerful gift. Not that powerful, not with me. Not like my mother. She could see a will, although even with her, it could be fickle. I only rarely see, and I don't control it at all. I see. Your undue sarcasm has been noted. It's not so rare a gift in this town. There were once several women who could see. Mother, Nina Kena, Katerina Sabarova, perhaps. Outsiders arrive with such skepticism, but they are always soon astonished. Astonish me, then. You likely aren't afraid of blood, right? Of course not. I'm a surgeon. Do you know what I see? Under your feet, the hard soil acts as though spring melt. Each step forming an imprint filled with red. You leave pools of clotted blood in your wake, Artemy Barak. I thought this must be about the murders, but you are no murderer. What does it all mean? I have no idea.
My brother is kind, but so miserable. He builds on sand.
Did something happen? You look worried. I want to ask you something. Go ahead. He wrote this note. Here, take a look. Why are these names listed here? Yours is on here, too. I don't know, but I have a suspicion. Is that something bad? Well, no. Almost a year ago, your father began to seek our company. We all met together, sometimes, or in twos or threes. It happened naturally. He taught us, I suppose. But not anything special. I think it was more about passing down something. Something of great importance. I can't make heads or tails out of what you're saying. You're an outsider. It's difficult to explain. We kids have our own town, within the town. A separate one, and we govern it on our own. Don't give me that patronizing look. It's not some game. You wouldn't understand anyway. Go on, please. Your father was shrewd. He can see beneath crude earth petty lies and hard truths, Khan used to say. Khan didn't like him much, but even he got out of the polyhedron to talk to him. He believed we were the ones who would remake this town, rebuild and conduct it in the future. Conduct the town? Do you mean govern? No. A town is like music. You must play. writing the composition as you go, all while minding the harmony. Are you a musical person? I am. That's what he was preparing us for. Changing the town. I can see it now. He taught each of us something important. Perhaps he gave a piece of himself to us. Yes, that must be what he did. Guess I'll have to protect you from all evils then. Okay. So Khan is in the polyhedron, way over there. I don't want to go across this way, because we already went that way. Let's go up and around. Get some better trash. It'll be a bit slower, but that's okay. It'll give us an opportunity to trade and things. What shops are nearby? There's a clothing shop. We'll stop in that real quick. Hey, kid. Our Taya is in the termitary, isn't she? Why was it locked? Will they open soon? What? Taya? Taya? Taya Taichik? Taya Taichik. But we call her the Mother Superior. Mother Superior. Isn't that cool as heck? It's Capella's idea. It's quite a mouthful. I want that soap. I wouldn't mind the morphine either. Sure. That's not quite enough. There. Nah, you don't have anything for me. Clothing store. Let's trade. Let's get a candle. I wouldn't mind peanuts, but I don't want to give up a chisel for it. Sorry. I've carried this thing for several days. It wasn't easy, of course. With this, I share you my fear, my sorrow, and my anger. It was tough, but now it's become a little easier. Just a little. Thank you for easing my burden. Just have some of my warmth. Warmth is life. Hey, I got some rep up. Now, I thought that guy had something to tell me, but apparently not. Where's the herb? There. Okay. We have a decent amount of money. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a bunch of matches. I don't have any gloves yet, but I'm sure I'll find some. I don't think I need to bother. Yeah. I should have left the handkerchief somewhere. Oh well. Have you been to the governor? About the patrols, I mean? The pay is good, but too good, actually. Suspicious. What's going on with that? What patrol? All strong men, who aren't cowards, should report to the town hall, it went. They might even announce an emergency situation. I wonder why. A revolt at the factory, maybe? It's not working. Hear the silence? I guess they haven't caught the murderer yet. So the governor's in the town hall. Okay. A couple chisels. No, I don't want to give up chisels. Sorry. Hey, okay, well, convenient. Hey, boy. Some of us wait for you at the square, the bridge square. Why there? You should. It's pretty. Anyway, they thought you went to see the judge. Kane, I mean. Georgie. They can wait a bit longer. No, they can't. Go there. They're doing it for you. Okay. Should be able to get some soap from this dude. I really do need to start stocking up on morphine. But not today. Not right now, at least. You look kind of creepy there. Okay. If I remember right, we have like a ridiculous amount of paper clips. Maybe we should stop buying them. Yeah, we'll stop buying paper clips. Nice. Good haul. Yay, a bunch of people. Let's check the shop first. Some raisins, I guess. Alright. Let's check that herb wife first. She has a spindle and a straight razor. Nice. Let's get both of them if we can. They won't accept you either, Kayala? Don't they accept people from the kin? It's not because we're Katenge, but Sabarov thinks we're Boz Vlad's people, and they have an arrangement. Bekara, they won't accept the Kane's people either. Be Angleo Ogib, why have you come? The Kane have never cooperated with the authorities. There's no work. The factory is closed. Where should I go? How should I feed my children? I dahamne, Kirene. The autumn will be rough. Where do you think you're going, buddy? I'm here on important business. Everyone is here on important business. I'm not here to join the watch. I don't give a damn. Wait for your turn like everyone else. Must be nice to have all the time in the world. I have to admit, I hate people that cut in lines. I'm sorry to inform you that you're officially banned from joining the watch. Because I'm a doctor? I would like to remind you that you're currently on probation until the murder of Simon Kane, Easter Barak, and several others is brought to justice. You're still considered a suspect. There's evidence against you. Enough blabbering. I'd rather speak to Sabarov himself. Is he inside? Are you here about the house? What house? Your own, of course. On governor's orders, it was locked down during the investigation of Isidore Barak's death. Since the investigation's over, the governor can grant you access. Isn't that why you're here? Sure. That's why I'm here now. Sabarov sure seems ready to take up the reins of power. It's about time, if you ask me. Why is that? Because you can't trust people, that's why. The rule of the three families was about trust, in each other and in the townsfolk. The damn nobles trusted people to govern themselves. And the people, they're unruly beasts. They don't respond to kindness, only strength. In my experience, people respond... No, they don't. Speaking of strength, how do I join the town watch? Open your eyes, the line is right there. I don't disagree, it's just you didn't give me other options to say. Why does Sabarov need so many people? To maintain order, of course. To prevent yesterday's nightmare from ever happening again. Ogimsky only cares about what he owns. The Kanes treat the whole town as family. No wonder they got soft. Now they're all getting their comeuppance. So you think people are unworthy of trust? Our rulers were kind and lenient. Where to get us? Yesterday blood flowed like water, and a woman was burned to death at the Bone Stake lot. Trust. Pah! Leniency leads to corruption. What we need is someone who can keep the rabble in check. It wasn't kindness that killed those people. Hello? My wife was killed with yesterday. I've already talked to you. Maybe not. I promised her we'd share every joy, every woe. I promised to protect her. What use is that now? What use are words without actions? What could you have done? I could have been more assertive. No, I'm sure I've already talked to this dude. Or probably someone else that looked like you. Live on for the children. We'll trade across for that. Maybe trade? No, just trade across for that. Alright. Hello.
Barley the barber's leading the gang. Some barber.
Oh, it's you. We made you a prime suspect yesterday. By mistake. Sorry, that was rash. You were too convincing a suspect. But I won't hear you complain. The error wasn't irrevocable. Did you find my father's murderer? I had no investigation. There's no organized search. I hold no official post here, in case you had any illusions on that part. My power is that of reputation. Traditionally, our family enforces order in the town, on the rare occasions that it's broken. And those are rare, believe me. This is a peaceful little town. I know. A village, and you're the sheriff. Spare me the sarcasm, Barack. Let's get this straight. You're still a suspect, and you'll be a suspect until the murder is found and proven guilty. The only reason you're walking free is something called presumption of innocence. Do I make myself clear? Good thing some smart people told you about that. Anything else I can help you with? My house is locked. Do you have the key? The house was locked by the committee that examined the crime scene. There may be evidence. It's in your best interest and that of the committee. And what did the committee find? Nothing of interest. We don't have any professional investigators in town. Is it hard to understand? Although one Bachelor Dankovsky, who the Canes invited from the capital, expressed an interest in their summary. I found it appropriate to share their findings with him, so you may inquire with him. Okay, give me the key. You may have the key. The house is your property, and I have no legal grounds to prevent your access. Okay. Lots of stuff over in this district. Let's go to our house, then Taya, then Stock, and then down to Grace. And eventually we're going to need to go way over here. Maybe we'll ride the boat after that from there. Okay. You've got thread. I'll give you a spindle for it. Good deal. You've got soap. I have raisins. I'm gonna go ahead and get both of those things. What can I give you? The marbles. You've got fingernails. I've got 4 of those already, though. No. No. This way. Across the bridge. We're getting some nice harvesting from these trash bins. I'll take one of those. Peanuts. You know what? Sure, let's get both of those peanuts too. Immunity booster. Fortunately, the walnut's worth 5 instead of 6, and everything she sells is 6. Let's go a little bit over, I guess. Okay. We don't have any blood. Doesn't matter. Little soap boy likes peanuts. I'll spend the safety pin. I know we have a lot of those. I hear an herb. Nice, we're getting grindstones just everywhere. Did we not pick that up? We did. Thread worth 5. And you've got marbles. That's not that good a deal. I think I'll just wait. You've got clips, tweezers, which sell pretty nicely. But unfortunately, I don't want to spend needles. I need like more small stuff. Where are we? Okay, straight ahead. Just go straight. We'll try not to wander off the path too much. Even for whoever that is. Not a lot here. I don't think I've been here today. It's just strangely empty. That looks openable. Oh yeah, nice stuff here. That guy wants like lockpicks and stuff. What is this? This is a pharmacy. Nah, we don't need to go there. Am I going there? I turned too soon. Alright. Okay, we're probably going to have a lot of stuff to loot. We have a decent amount of inventory space. Not a lot, but a decent amount. Why didn't those combine? Huh. Now we have a lot more. Never mind, I'm feeling confident. It's being a little creepy in here. This is the first place we encountered in the tutorial. Or rather, the last place in the tutorial. This was a place that we encountered first while in the tutorial. Can't go. I hear an herb. Not that way. Nice. A good scalpel. This one's apparently just not allowed to go. Some blood. I would be appalled except for, you know, I already sold somebody's brain just to organ thieves.
I do not fear death, and neither should you. Death, to a doctor, is but a partner in conversation, the constant witness of our work.
So we got a key, a spare key, but these key thefts are becoming concerning. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Your equipment is far from cheap, is it not? It would serve no one if it gets stolen. Do keep in mind that our small arrangement is uncovered too. I will bear the consequences. From VO.
even when we succeed.
There's a lot of blood in the ground here.
It isn't.
Okay. VO, Vlad Olgimsky. There's kids there. The key to a factory building. Okay, that's cool. We'll go there.
Not old age or what comes after it.
I'm not gonna sleep there.
worries me. I am instead beset by the thought that I might fail to pass on
Did I
my
get this?
role.
Yeah.
Make
I'm
haste,
not
son.
going in there.
I truly need you. Your loving father, Isidore Burr.
I can't pick that up. Come on. Come on, get it. We have room. There. I'm not going in there. Hello.
Why are you
Changeling.
looking at me like that? I don't bite.
I came to pay my last respects to your father. Don't force me out. Did you know him? I didn't. He was already dead when I arrived. So you're just doing it for appearances. I talked to people a lot, and they said a lot of good things about your father. Talking to people is my greatest skill, you know. They open up and turn from puppets to independent people. Are you going to live here now? No, this house is unclean. Ooh, so much stuff. That bandage, though. I don't have anywhere to put it. Okay, and we have some tinctures. That's unfortunate. We don't need the ampule. We can eat this. Eat the 2 lemons. Eat the apples. That's 1. We need 1 more spot. The empty bottle we don't really need. And what did we drop? We dropped a bandage. I would love that bandage. Let's go ahead and drop some peanuts. We can just eat them. Then move that there. Take that. We can do without the needle. Okay. And here? A cloak, which I already have. And it's way too big for me to carry with me. So, a 3x3, I'm not making room for a 3x3. Shouldn't have bought the cloak.
What do you call such a man? A slave. You call him a slave.
Why are you here? Wrong question. Why are you here? Well, I come bearing a sanitary order, so I'm here to examine and quarantine the place. You won't like it in there. Really? Why? The air inside is unhealthy. It might irritate your tender skin. Is that so? Still, with your kind permission, I insist on examining the place. Even with your unkind permission would do. Or even your unkind permission would do. But if you struggle to provide even that, I'll do fine without your consent at all. I hope I don't need to threaten you at gunpoint. Go ahead. Examine the place. And if you can explain what's going on here, be so kind as to tell me too. And by the way, what is this strange mold? I guess. Is it mold? That thing your house is covered in. Do houses often get scabs around these parts? What mold? What on earth are you talking about? Yeah, now our house is all infected. Ugh. I feel unclean just being here. The house is all sick. Must be shingles. I'm sorry, that tickled me more than it should have. Veronica had shingles last year. Mom thought it was the coughs, but then the doctor said it was just shingles. Rash shingles. Got it from a cat. Shingles is just chickenpox. It's like a more serious, progressed form of chickenpox. So, whatever. But the house isn't alive. Who told you that? All the houses are alive around here. Come on, it's made of stone and wood. Nah, they can breathe and talk, for real. Don't you believe me? When I was your age, everything talked to me too. Okay. We'll talk to this, let's go to her first. And then we'll come back. It'll give us an excuse to go around this way. Ooh. It does seem rough to the touch. Have you tried? They say it is, even if it doesn't look it. Looks greasy, though. It's like that saying, what was it? Rough as touch, safe to touch. Smooth as bone, leave it alone. What's that? I don't know. I never heard that. Only I always thought it was about the road that's taken and such. Rough means a hard choice. Smooth means taking an easy path. And we all know where those lead, right? What is this mold? Who knows? Something wrong with the air, that must be it. Some sort of soot from the factory. Guess that's why it was shut down. Only it's growing fast, and the tinge is wrong. I wonder what they used for fuel there. Soot would spread evenly, and this is some sort of mold. I really should leave this place. Breathing this soot can't be healthy. And who is that touching this thing? That can't be a good idea. Rough as Dutch. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. If you see mold growing on a house, you don't touch it. Oof. Ugh. Do we have any fish? We don't. So, we don't have the inventory to get anymore. I've got like a quest to trade stuff, right? Okay, I've bartered with most everyone already. Okay, never mind. It's nothing. Kids. Soap kids. I really don't like this trade. No. Okay. This is a grocery. We don't need it. I can't trade anything to you. This does not sound like a fun place. I need to talk to a certain girl. Taya Taichik. Do you know her? Maybe we can... If you want to bother someone, go do it at the pub. Or are you looking for trouble? We can help you out. Maybe we can strike a deal? 100 coins right now? Go ahead and offer them the fat Vlad if you're so smart. As for me, I like my head attached to my shoulders. Thank you very much. So get out of here. Enough talk. Okay. Never mind them. Let's go see what these people are crying about. Mother Bodo caress your step, Yargachin. Have some coin. We've collected it. There's a lot. Tell them to let us enter the warren. We're scared. The warren? You mean the termitary? It's foul, cramped, suffocating. Too high, too concrete, but safe. What are you running from? Are you hiding from the mob? They calm down, relax. Why speak of it? Evil is coming, Yargachin. You know it too. Inside lives Taya, Overseer Taichik's daughter. She can protect us from any evil. No harm will befall the place where Mother Superior lives. I would like to see her too. Tell them to let us in. Fat Vlad will listen to you. Take the money. Just tell him yourself. Alright, give me the money and I'll try. I wonder how much money that was. Must have been a decent amount. Oh! Ugh. Do I have a empty barrel? Empty bottle? One can be had. Here, let's drop something unimportant. Here, drop the brown tire for a moment. Then drink that, and let's draw some blood. We need to repair up our scalpel too. It was an accident, I swear. She was trying to get out, not fall down. She held so tight. Why? Is there a fire or something? The termitary got locked in, didn't you know? Ogimski's orders. Rumor has it the workers were on strike. Still, why not use the window on a lower floor? It's because the workers are on edge. They're steppe people, not animals. They also have feelings. They too want to live, but it gets worse for them by the year. A strike seems uncharacteristic. People are like sunflower seeds to Big Vlad. He extracts their lifeblood like oil. They've had enough. They've had it with working both day and night shifts so often. So we locked them in to keep it contained, to protect the town, or we'd have a riot. A third of the town works for the Bull Enterprise. Are they all inside? Like beasts in a cage. Doesn't bode well. Okay. Where am I now? We're going across to this guy. I just had a drink. I hear an herb. There it is. Did I pick up the herb from back then? I think I did. Now I'm not sure. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. This is where we first met the Bachelor. Dankovsky. Hello?
Who will take on the responsibility for us?
Hello, Lara. So here we are again. I managed to calm down Stock. He was wrong about you, or he was not entirely right at least. But still right, huh? Were you already offered your father's inheritance, Cub? Refuse it, I beg you. Do not follow his path. Too late. I've already accepted what I must do. All in all, this is a peaceful town. Not perfect, but there's a place for everyone. We're all connected through bonds of love, of friendship, of patience. Life flows through those bonds, the town's veins, and to cut them would cause harm. Your father, don't be bad, he dreamed of remaking it all. What did he want to change? Everything. Our town felt wrong to him. He used to say that broken bones set badly will cripple a man, leaving him unable to function as others do. To Isidore, our town was a vile malunion. I'm not too fond of our town either, after the welcome I received. He was a healer, sure. He knew life as no one else could. The kin revered him, but even that did us more harm than good in the end. What do you mean? 5 years ago, there was an outbreak in the crude sprawl. It spread like wildfire. Dozens and dozens dead. People sent for Isidore. When he arrived, he ordered the whole quarter to be quarantined. No one could leave, not even the healthy people trapped inside. That's terrible, but I'd make the same call. The townsfolk obeyed his orders without question. They barricaded the whole neighborhood. In the end, there were almost no survivors, and the town lived on. I suppose that's true, but Cub, do not take his inheritance. Isidore's inheritance is his power, his authority, his duties. If you become another Isidore, we will never rest. We will never know peace. Peace only lasts until the next war. No. I see what you mean, dear Gravel. I will think about it.
The seam must not split.
That's a weird thing to say to someone. The seam must not split. Hello to you. Why did you come? Finally thought of some good excuse. You think I need to justify myself to you? Yesterday I was told you'd killed your father. And you immediately believed it. That's not far from the truth, Barack. I'm 2 seconds away from breaking your jaw. Wait a minute. You knew all this time I'm not a murderer. You just meant it as, what, some metaphor? I called you a friend. You betrayed him. You left when he needed you most. He cried out for your help, but you didn't care. He was in peril, and you were too busy elsewhere. He believed, truly believed, that your arrival would put an end to his troubles. And as always, he was right. Take a breath, calm down, and explain. What peril? What do you know? No, he wouldn't tell me. Suggested we wait for you to arrive. But you were in no hurry, were you? His first letter was sent in May. I only got a single letter, 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. There I said I'm stupid, that I've lost my marbles, but I haven't. Your father always taught us to take stock of the situation, Barack. Overall, you're unneeded here. Don't bother with your father's inheritance. He has better heirs. Like you? And why not? I was his student. I preserved his knowledge while you wiped your ass with his letters. I was always by his side. Here is his letter, the only one I received. Look here, idiot. He mentions a threat. What could it be? No. What do you know? Some student. Shut up. Your father's inheritance is his work, Barack. That's his legacy. You are completely unworthy of it. His work is not yours. His knowledge is not yours. You abandoned both. He sent me away, jackass. He wanted me to study elsewhere. Go elsewhere, then. Learn whatever it is you'll learn there. Here, you have no place. And if the kin tells you to let go of his burden, listen. Perhaps even that scum can be right sometimes. You're out of your depth here. You're hysterical, man. You're barely making sense. Anything in here? No. Okay. Now I'm looking at the brick showing through and thinking it's the mold. Okay. We need to go back to Booze to talk about the Termitary. Let's go to the factory. There's never enough time. I never have enough time to do anything I want to do. It's already 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh my god. Just slow down. Slow down. I've got like 5 more map markers to go to. Okay. One of them's way across. 2 of them are way across town. Hello?
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch. Smooth as bone, leave it alone.
I've never heard that before. What is it? What's it referring to? I didn't touch anything. An old friend of mine, I see. Well, I'm not leaving. You got that? I got it. I got it. Are you catching rats or something? Why are you yelling at me? Old man and I, we used to do a lot of stuff here. I even figured out how to crystallize blue salt. Made extracts myself. You think I was just helping him? I know a lot of stuff. What is that thing on the table? Did you make it all by yourself? No need to be nasty. Mind your manners. What is that thing? It's a mixer. Old man used it to make medicine here. Like tinctures, I think he called it. Extracts. From all kinds of gross stuff. Huh, you really do know how it operates. Works. For some reason, neither of them works. Can you fix them? I'll do anything. Just don't make me go. Alright, there's enough room for both of us here. I need a spring for that. And I can't even touch that one yet. Hey, gloves. Really low quality gloves. And a tincture. And put my tinctures in here. The blood we don't need to carry around. There's the spring we need. Okay. Tumbler human. I hear you now. Speak, but waste no breath. You're trying to mimic father? Stop. His death hurts enough as it is. Now he would have said, this place is our true home. One can work here. Yes, home is where your work is. Oh god, that'd be terrible. I can't wait to be out of my work. Like, every day, every moment that I'm at work, I'd rather be somewhere else. It's just, money. You can sleep here. I can store my things. Now, not like I can carry everything around. You can perform operations here, and of course, make medicines. You are a true master. I'm not fit to fill your shoes. Live here, son. Live here and continue our work. This place is yours now. Here you can do anything. Like speaking to my childhood toy. The alembic works, Golden Hands. Now let's review what it's for. Isn't it alembic? I don't know. Remember Omar's? No. It's a tincture made from herbs. Correct. Tinctures are the foundation of each treatment. The steppe has graced us with its wondrous herbs. Twire, the queen of plants. Swevery, ashen swish, white whip. Tell me, what's so good about them? They have astringent properties, I believe, and thus improve immunity. Properly prepared, a good tincture is a powerful booster. Correct. They reveal the symptoms of a disease and improve immunity. How would you make a tincture? Different combinations of herbs will reveal different symptoms. All tinctures boost immunities. This effect comes from the soil, not the herbs themselves. Unente. Clear water and 2 different herbs. You can find both here. Look in the cabinet. Make a single Omar for a start. Okay? Now, I don't believe time is passing right now. I think this is tutorial world. Here, we'll just grab everything. It's teaching you about mixtures. So, go ahead. Combine. Hello? Our mom has some sort of wicked disease, Doctor. Can you give my little sister something to keep her safe? She's a frail one. This September is truly foul. It is indeed. We'll give her a prophylactic shot. Administer an immunity booster. It doesn't matter which one. White, yellow, and rusty. White. I did all I could. So this is the amount of her life covered by immunity, and this is the amount of her life that's not covered by immunity. That is her chance of getting sick. Good. Let's get down to curing people. What always comes first? An examination. Correct again, but you're forgetting something. Pain. Pain is a great ally. It reminds us we're alive. It drives us to action. However, when a patient is in unbearable pain, we cannot uncover which layer has come out of balance. Not to mention that using Omars hurts the patient as well. Don't get smart with me, boy. We'll get to Omars soon enough. For now, get to work. relieve his pain. It was you who sent me to study clinical medicine. Things are done differently there. Your knowledge, you're better off without preparing Olmars that relieve pain. That knowledge is taboo. Stick to morphine and you'll be fine. Any medicine is fine if it lets you avoid making cuts. I'm not cutting anyone yet, am I? I already crossed that barrier. So, there's the pain. We'll just relieve him of it. There. He is no longer in pain. It's time for the most important part. Do you remember what a mate is? They are bones, nerves, and flesh. It's always struck me as strange. What about blood and internal organs? Why aren't bones the deepest layer? I told you time and again that triangular plots ruin imagination. I also told you that our ancestors perceived the world as a single whole and treasured its many links and connection. Respect the clarity of thought they possessed. What's the most important part of your knowledge of the layers? Knowing the exact nature of an illness is not necessary for healing. Affecting the correct layer can bring a patient back to normal. How do the Olmars and different herbs correspond to these layers? An Olmar can only reveal symptoms of the layer of the same cutter. Let's say you're making an Olmar from 2 herbs. How do you know which cutter you get? One of the herbs decides. You'll learn the properties of herbs in time. Only this way will you understand how things are connected. Grab more herbs and water. Prepare an Olmar of every cutter. Go in blind for now, and the herbs will reveal themselves to you. Try again and again. This is how you learn to link things together. I've already done this. An Olmar of every cutter is linked to a specific layer. Tell me how. I already did this. It can only reveal the symptoms on that layer. There is a catch. What do you think it is? Symptoms can be misleading. Or no, a single symptom may be connected to several layers at once. Your job is to eliminate wrong possibilities. Yet every tincture I give the patient hurts them. That is so. You have to keep an eye out for pain levels. It's time to act, son. Uncover the symptoms. Determine which layer is out of balance. Do your best to use as few Olmars as possible. You have everything you need. I'll be careful. Okay. Let's try a yellow. Okay. So that doesn't tell me anything. Could be any of the 3. Let's try a white. Okay. Pupils dilate. It's either the bones or the nerves. Let's try another nerves. Actually, let's try another rusty. That will tell me which one of these 2 it is. And that will determine which one it has to be. Okay, it's gotta be white. It's a bones problem. Now you know which layer the illness is hiding on. It's time to administer antibiotics, of which there are 3 kinds as well. I shouldn't give too many at once, too big of a risk. Yes, you can only administer a single one. Antibiotics are harmful, as you know. You'll learn to make your own, but later. For now, you can use pills. There should be a stash around here somewhere. Choose the correct one. So we know he's white, so give him white. And it doesn't lower the infection all the way, but it lowers it enough to give him a chance. That wasn't so hard. Soon you'll remember everything. You'll make a great healer. A healer I'll be proud of. Alright. Goodbye, Tumblr. Playtime is over. Time to get to business. It was this little guy right there.
I know the lines too. How else could I find my way around all the attics, and the cellars, and those twisty yards?
Hello? Anyone in there? Can you hear me? For a moment you just stood there. Feeling bad, maybe? The air is thick here in September. Breathe in too deep and you'll pass out. Just remembering Father. Does it work now? The alembic? It does. What about the big one? Don't know yet. Would you like me to look for scrap metal? What do you need to fix it? I need a special toolkit. Okay, you can find toolkits in shops, but rarely. But it's doable. I don't think anyone's selling one now, but if I see one, I'll let you know. Well, I haven't seen a single toolkit anywhere, so if you find one, do let me know. Okay. So yeah, this requires, that's the wrong button, a toolkit and a metal scrap. This lets me repair up all the rest of my gear. Upgrade inventory. So this is going to consume my cloak and a needle and thread, but give me 8 more inventory slots. Nice. Okay, for the next one, we need a cloak, or a tier 2 cloak. That's a better cloak than we just had. Our old cloak looked like that. And a sewing kit. Okay. Our gear, the scalpel in particular, I want to get up. That's maxed. That's already maxed. We can repair our gloves, sure. The boots are already pretty good. They've got a little smidgen missing, but I think I'll leave that alone. Okay. Let's put the herbs away. We don't need to carry them with us.
You don't look so happy. Must have come from the hospital.
Tinctures. Bunch of money. This is where we'll just like store random things that we need for crafting. Chisels. Grindstones. Tweezers. And that's it, I think. There's other stuff, I just don't have it with me. Okay. Let's put that down there. It doesn't really matter. Just for storage, let's put the bloody... No, the bloody bandage we'll take north.
The right herbal mixtures.
Put the walnuts away. No, keep the walnuts, they're so light.
Mixtures.
Okay. That's a bed we can sleep on and a place to save. And I am going to stop there. We are at 1 hour and 48 minutes. I probably should have found somewhere halfway through to stop, but I think we've accomplished quite a bit. We still need to go back and talk to Grace. God, that was like the first thing we did, and we said we'd go back immediately and do it. But I just get so easily distracted by things. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. All those things would be appreciated. Till next time.